So it's really, really nice. They're making gingerbread houses. They have a gingerbread house contest. They're doing door decorating contests in the schoolrooms. The parents and guardians are invited to come out on Christmas Day to have Christmas dinner with them. And so then we have other daily things that encompass the staff as well as the clients. So we're doing a lot of things for Christmas this year.
And that sounds like a lot. Sounds like the kids are going to have a good time and making the different art projects and having them displayed throughout the facility. So do you guys take like pictures of those things and like
We
post
have
them?
plenty of pictures.
Okay.
I'm not tech savvy, but I'll get somebody to post them.
Okay. And Karen, you were down at Centers in Monticello. What are you guys doing for the holidays?
We have been going and looking at Christmas lights. We've had an ugly sweater contest. They're starting to party today. They're having a party in the classroom. So we've got several things going on. We're extremely family heavy right now. So we anticipate, some therapeutic passes with families. That's always positive to attempt. But we're just having, the kids are in a good mood, staff is in a good mood, and that always makes things very pleasant.
Yes, it does. So for some of those residents that don't really have the family or not really going any place, are you guys in group? Are they talking about that? Some different coping skills that the kids can use throughout the holidays?
We are, and we recently, last week, Kiwanis Club came and painted little things in the bedrooms, which absolutely, you wouldn't think one little thing would change, but they painted in one room, they painted a Star Trek theme, and so the kids have just been over the moon about that. And then we try to do a little more one-on-one with the kids that will be left in the building. I don't really call off a lot of staff just so they can have a little bit more of that one-on-one attention while everybody else is out of the building. One of the local churches is they are doing all the presents, gifts for us this year. So we'll be celebrating with gifts. The other kids will take them home with them because some of them are pretty poor. So these kids will get to take those gifts back home, put it underneath their tree. So yes, we will have a couple of even family kids that are here and a couple of DHS kids that are here.
Good. I see Renissa is on with Piney Ridge. Renissa, what are you guys doing for the holidays?
Hi, let me shut my door here a second. Justin's going to have to help me because I'm probably not going to think of everything that we've done or are doing. I know that all the units have been decorating, safe decorations. Let's see, we've had gingerbread contests with the residents. We've had caroling. Tomorrow, appropriate residents, which I believe is about 50, are going ice skating. They have activities planned every day. Justin, what else have we been doing? I can't keep up with it all. We had a holiday party for staff. We had an ugly Christmas sweater contest. We've just been doing lots of different things. Trish, help me out.
We're having our holiday assembly today with awards for the kids for their grades and their behavior and their improvement that they've made. Gingerbread house contest. I don't know if y'all said that. The kids made some gingerbread houses. They looked really nice. We've just done a lot. We did caroling. The kids did some caroling. They were great singers.
It sounds like you guys have planned a lot of activities. So I'm interested in the ice skating. So that's like something that they do that's available in your area during the winter time?
We do. We have the Jones Center is an activity center for kids in the area, and they have ice skating and swimming and basketball courts and different activities that they do.
Okay.
Then, of
Trish, did you
course,
talk
we
about our staff
continue-
party last night?
Renissa mentioned we had an all-staff party last night, which was so much fun. It was had a catered meal by Outback, and we gave awards out to many people, a raffle. I did not win ugly Christmas sweater again, so I'll have to change my Christmas sweater. Yeah, we had a very nice time. The whole staff have been lit up about that this morning, talking about how much fun it was. It was great.
And that's good to show them appreciation. As Charlotte was mentioning, that helps with the staff morale. This is just, times have changed so much. So we just want to make sure that you guys are doing things to keep your staff morale up. And, it always makes it the days so much better if your staff are, in a good mood and know that they have the support and their company is in in their corner when they're doing their everyday jobs, because they have hard jobs.
Absolutely. I think I really liked how we did it in that both shifts could come. We spread it out over the 2 shifts, and that way the day and the evening shift were both able to attend and participate, which made it really nice.
We talk about the end of the year, so in thinking about the goals and things for 2023, do you guys do refresher trainings for like SAMA training or whatever type of restraint trainings that you guys use?
We're doing Handle with Care, and we are refreshing that every 6 months.
Okay.
We have just completed really retraining our entire staff to go to this new system, which is heavy in the de-escalation piece of it. And that's what we wanted to get to, with a lot of work on the de-escalation part.
Okay. And so kind of, I may be putting you on the spot, Trish, but what are some of the techniques that you guys are, that's a part of this new training?
Well, the techniques are early emphasis on noticing when there's escalation. So in that early stage, when it's just an autonomic response to some sort of trigger, we're going to offer support and provide the support in that area. And then when we get to the second stage, when escalation picks up, we may have to set some limits for kids. So we're teaching our staff how to set appropriate limits, those clear limits that are articulated clearly so kids understand what the limit is, not a limit that we're unable to enforce or that's been given that doesn't follow our policies. So we're really looking at those early signs. What does it look like when I'm escalating? It may just be that I'm fuming a little bit and clenching my fist. And then when I get a little more escalated, I'm using my verbal or acting out and making threats. So we're looking early on to de-escalate kids before we get to the top of that and we're having to get to a point that we might have to provide a therapeutic hold. So that's what Handle with Care focuses on, the early intervention and also being the solid object. So it's much more likely that I'll be able to de-escalate a child if I have been the solid object to them, which means I've done what I said I'm going to do. I'm empathetic, I'm clear in my communication, I'm providing, I'm following the rules in a way that's compassionate. So those are kind of the 2 things about Handle with Care: early intervention and then being the solid objects to the kids that we work with.
Thank you for that. And just in general, for any of the facilities that are on the call. So like as upper management, when you're walking around and you see staff engaging with kids, do you guys provide feedback to them on, the different techniques that they're using, or, give advice on something else that they may be able to use?
Hey, Shay, this is, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was just, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm driving. This is Helena from Forest City. I'm actually the SAMA instructor. So when we are definitely having a crisis situation or we see our residents escalating, all of our management, including our CEO, we're always hands on deck. And we do give live feedback during our staff debriefings, as well as sometimes with our client debriefings on identifying things that we could have done differently, or we, giving them a kudos and a high five when they're doing everything, following all the SAMA steps. SAMA really focuses on having the kids staff identify what's going on, and then asking them, what do you want? giving them the options to identify what can we do to prevent the restraint, or if you're in a restraint, what do you want so that we can get out of the restraint?
Okay, thank you for that. I noticed when I read a lot of the incident reports that you guys are sending in, I'm able to read where it says the staff talked, the staff tried to talk to the kid, they tried to coach with them, the different steps that they are doing to try and prevent a restraint from having to happen. So that's good to hear.
Thank you.
And I was gonna say in our facility, that's probably one of our advantages is that our therapists are always out in the milieu. I'm out in the milieu, the nurse manager's out in the milieu. So we can instantly role model and instantly kind of not step on staff's toes, but just give them some direction. If they're not connecting with that kid, maybe another staff needs to come and interact with that kid.
Thank you.
Also, if I can interject, this is Charlotte again. We are excited over at Perimeter in Fort City because we have started conscious discipline from the senior management all the way down. And we're in the process now of getting some conscious discipline actually brought in, live training brought in for our mental health techs. So we are excited about that, and that should come into play early January. It has been approved, and we're just waiting to solidify a date so that they can come out in on campus. And if with the conscious discipline, there's a lot of little nice things that you can do, like if we see a staff trying to get into a power struggle with a client, we'll say Q-tip. And that means quit taking it personal. So we have a lot of little sayings that we can say to jar them back into reality. So we are excited at Ford City with the conscious discipline.
And thank you for speaking on that, because that was next on my list. I was going to put you on the spot and ask you how that, I know you guys have started to roll that out a little. So how has that gone from the management, you guys working with staff
all the
after that
management has
training?
been done. The teachers are done. The program directors are done. The assistant program directors are done. The activity coordinators, the mental health tech team leads are half done. So we're trickling it down and we're winding up.
Good. Then you guys should see some really different positive changes with the interaction between your staff and the residents there.
Right,
And then some, more positive interactions between upper management and staff in general.
right.
I wanted to also talk about ELS, give you guys a chance to tell me if there are any concerns going on with entering your information into the system. I know there's been a couple of times where information has kind of disappeared. And so you guys are doing a great job with reporting that to your licensing specialist or to the program coordinator so we can get those issues resolved. I can tell you one thing that hasn't, you guys should be able to see your 521s now in ELS when you log in. You may not be able to print them, but you should be able to view them now. We are still working on other functions of ELS that will enhance the system for you guys and for the staff here as well. So we will just keep working on those things. And mentioning ELS and the type of information that you're submitting, the reports are coming in and there's adequate data, the children's name, like all people involved in those incidents. If you report it to the child abuse hotline, all of that information you guys are entering. So I appreciate you guys working really hard to get that information into the system. So now it's just kind of like the open time. If anyone has any questions or concerns, I know that our December board meeting, we had to reschedule until January due to some conflicts. So there will be there will be a January meeting and there will be a February meeting as well. And then after the February, we will go back to our normal schedule of every other month on those board meetings. Do you guys have any other questions or concerns? I see there's a question. Renissa asked, where can we see the 521? When you log into ELS, you should be able to click on your facility and you should be able to see something under inspections. And if you're unable to see those inspections, then we can have a specialist or troubleshoot with you to be able to view those documents. Also, I want to talk about there may be some reassignments of different specialists. We have a couple different, and we've incorporated a third specialist. So some of you guys may be receiving information from, her name is Michelle Sutton. She is a specialist that will be helping out some with our PRTF programs. So she may be assigned to some of you. Okay, Renissa, I've taken a note and I'll make sure we address that. Well, if I wanted to thank you guys, and if no one else has any questions or any concerns, then I will give you some of your time back today. Again, thank you for participating in our monthly PRTF provider call.
All right, thanks, y'all.
Bye.